battle since there was 100 Thieves, since there was Lucas and there was Henny, and now it's KNG Bishop. Believe it or not, that's your lineup. You got two former SK players in there, a major finalist in KNG, Cello, potential, and then Bit, who just seems, in my eyes, as I know him, to fill in the extra spot, although I'm sure there's more to it than that.
He was a 1.6 legend. He played in the CGS with me, Matt, so there's a bit of trivia for you. Yeah, definitely one of the bigger names of 1.6 past, but not so much in CSGO. We'll see whether he can step up. As we get into the first round here, we're going to see NTC on the T side of a train. An interesting map, like the analyst guy said. We don't know really anything about NTC, haven't been to a big international tournament yet. Star-studded lineup in terms of some of the names available to them, but are they a decent squad? That is a different question altogether. Remember, slight, well, maybe massive caveat, no Oskar coming into this particular event. It's going to be nothing replacing him, so they've lost a massive string to their bow, considering they don't have that all potential. But here's the inside play, and Robs to try and defend the inside bomb side, but not going to find any shots just yet. It's up to Sunny now to pick up the pieces.
Not Spanish, just to be thrown off by that flag. KNG does take down Sunny. Good starts to get him back into a LAN. First time sent to Montreal. Stico will get KNG and put him down. The king is dead. Phelps gets Jordan. Nothing Gilbert. He's on for Mousesports. If you didn't catch the desk or haven't really kept up, he's in for Oskar. Phelps to get Stico, and it's NTC, their first round on a LAN.
Well, that's not bad, is it? Kicking things off in style. 2 frags for Phelps. Obviously, we just casted SK. He was a former member of them and major champion with that particular squad. And Cello as well. Enablers becoming more and more prevalent. We've cast him a couple of times in different lineups, I think, and he was actually quite impressive, as he'll find 2 kills as well. Have to be the Force Spy, and Stico has the Scouts. So watch out for that. The guys at Mousesports said they didn't really practice much at all when Nothing joined. They've had practice rooms here, of course, boot camp rooms, yes, I guess we call them. They've been playing the last 2 days in those. They've definitely got some practice in. How effective it is yet to be seen, but here's Sunny with the CZ getting it. 1 kill at least. I thought he'd be done for, but Cello answering back in emphatic style there. A couple of kills for him. That's going to be the cue to get in. They'll assume the site is open. That's why Robs can capitalize here, but it hasn't got the CZ, but it doesn't seem to matter. This is absolutely phenomenal by him. The 5-7, making a name for himself, and an appropriate timing as well, considering the CZ has sort of enough, showing us that can be a very effective weapon as well. 4 kills, lovely headshots. The 5-7 is back.
That is unbelievable. And you wonder if some of these players saw the patch and switched their weapons in their inventory and then went, oh yeah, wait, we're on the old one. Because we didn't see it a lot or as much in the last series as well. But that is absolutely incredible from Robs. It's got a number of bullets. You can see it 20, so even on that third one when he missed a few times, if that was a CZ, you have to reload there. There's no chance for the 4th.
Yeah, true.
Robs does a tremendous job, and it is 1-1. NTC lose their first anti-eco already. They're going to rush it toward Ivy, and here comes Stico. Double spray. Nothing goes down, but KNG finding 2 gives some hope, perhaps, to NTC. They still have the bomb, but watch for Bit.
A sliver of hope, for sure. It's now 3 versus 2. Bit CZ at that range, always going to be a difficult challenge for him. Sunny will capitalize. I've got Mousesports as my favorite in this particular map, this series. And yeah, just because, sure, they're missing Oskar, but Nothing is no strangers here. He's very experienced, knows what he has to do to win these games. Doesn't have to be the star player, but KNG does find his 3rd frag. But when it tends to work,
this could work out. Chris is making a lot of noise, too. He thinks he's further up. KNG's ready with the M4. Oh, my goodness, I thought he was going to get a 4th.
Not quite, but a decent effort. That was the Force Spy in response. Mousesports now should have quite an easy round in front of them with the Eco coming forward. What have you seen?
Can we just talk about how serious Chris looks in that photo?
He looks like he's seen some things, doesn't he?
Don't look at me.
Everyone gets new photos here.
We didn't.
We did. We were supposed to, but that was cancelled. I think we're doing it in Cologne instead, so we can get some more couple pictures then.
Well, 2-1. Look, I'm on your side. I think Mousesports has to be your favorite coming into this. They've been incredible as of late. Sure, they don't have Oskar, but they're playing against a team who is going to be learning every step of the way, despite having so much experience. I guess you could argue that, hey, they've got time to practice.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll be one thing they can really be ready for, but whether this particular game is a good matchup for them, I'm not sure. I have no idea how efficient they are as a squad. I haven't seen them at any big tournaments really ever. I think this is probably their debut, I would say, in that sense, on home soil, as it is going to be 3-1. Like I said, that's a very easy round. Just to know on the B stream, Matt, while we're here, Big, with their LAN debut of their new lineup, with 14 rounds against Liquid. The problem is Liquid have 15. So
it sounds so good until you throw that in.
So it looks like the bomb's going down. Liquid might be closing things out, but that's just a little update there. It's always interesting to follow some of the lesser names at these kind of bigger tournaments. There's Robs and Co getting it done. Like you said, Spanish flag is not accurate. He's Estonian.
Small country above Latvia. I think there's 1.8 million people there.
That sounds a little bit too little, but
I'll look it up.
I think you're probably because London has 11 million videos. It should be at least like 5 to 10.
Yeah, London's a big city. Canada only has 32 million people, and it's massive.
You're right. You're correct. I didn't think that would be.
Yeah, 1.3 million.
That's tiny, isn't it?
Yeah. Crazy. Craziness. So I was actually above 1.3 million. I thought it was, hang on.
Take it back.
Phelps will sit all the way, speaking of back, toward A main. Bomb intentionally left out toward T-spawn. KNG gone already, so the first pick of the first gun round goes the way of Rops. Sticko still just making sure no one's going to be working down from Ivy. Chris will hold alongside of him, but he has to watch all the way down as well toward A main. Deep smoke FNX. This could be the start of isolation. Nade's going to be timed perfectly. In fact, double nade Cello. Hello.
Hello, Cello. 3-1. It looks like this round will be converted as well. Very promising scenes. Chris J, no stranger to the AWP. He'll be absolutely fine on a map like Train. Phelps trying to do whatever he can now. Great shot, that AK-47. Look for the double. Nothing, though. Even better shot, I would say. Fantastic work by him as he keeps the dream alive here. Bit and Cello are very low indeed. They've got 5 HP on Bit and a 21 on Cello. Looks like this frag will be converted by Sticko there. Nice work. And now a 4 versus 2 ensues. We'll have to save the weaponry here. Bit holds onto the AWP and Cello with the AK-47. Round 6 and starting to look very promising now for Mousesports. No jersey for young Jordan. He is the mercenary if anyone's not aware. He's not really an active player anymore, so that means he's very promising for filling in roles like this. He's probably not active in any sort of the leagues like Pro League or ECS, for example, so he can fill in at any of those sort of tournaments. And as far as I'm aware, like, you don't need to pay him a massive salary or anything. He's happy to turn up and play and show the world that he can still compete at this sort of level. At least slot in quite nicely. He's going to be great for a team like Mousesports. You see to sometimes get a little bit dejected when rounds go against him.
I will throw it out there. They did try to get simple.
Did they really?
Yes, they did.
But he's playing in
simple.
Shanghai, right?
Exactly.
So
he couldn't make it.
He has filled in for them a few times online before, actually. I do remember that. So that's quite funny. If you bring in the world's best player to your squad, that's always going to be a little bit of a boost to morale, perhaps. But
all the Nothing fans out there thinking, why would they want him first?
Yeah.
Well, Sticko and Chris J get the kills on the board. Good shot back from Cello. He'll get Chris, but that's about all as Bit and he fall to nothing and Sticko. So Jordan on the board. I think he's got, what, a few kills by now? As KNG finds himself in a 1 versus 3. AWP, a minute. Good luck to hold that. That said, if they get too aggressive hunting him down, he could catch them off one at a time. 5 kills for KNG. Seems to be the most consistent so far on the NTC side.
Got a bit of a deadly AWP and here's the Immortals squad. Certainly showed us what he was made of at some tournaments. Fantastic, flicky and snappy aim. We'll see whether that gets to be shown here.
Keep in mind, this will be the first time in history that a full-fledged owner of an org, Astralis, the players have shares, but an owner of an org is playing on his team, because remember, NTC is the clothing brand from FNX.
That's true. I didn't know he actually owned it, but
I think he
knew
does.
he was involved.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm assuming. You're right. I could be. I think he does.
Yeah.
Someone will correct us, I'm sure.
I see all those kind of that crew using NTC gear, like Henny and Lucas always wearing it as well.
Yep.
But that's going to be a round once again for Mousesports. Nothing. Robson Sticko survived. 2 kills there for Sticko towards the Ivy position, saves the AWP. KNG will also do that, but this is starting to look a little bit like what we expected. Mousesports certainly the favourites here, but still very early days on the T side of Train. Money not fantastic. It's like a tactical time I have. I'm not sure if NTC have a coach, to be honest. We'll see whether they will have anyone standing behind them. I'm sure we'll get a screenshot of them eventually. But either way, for now, you can see the money on your screen. I don't need to break that down for you. It's not looking too good. On the T side with N0THING, you could definitely justify maybe Gilbert and stuff. They do have a coach behind them. So there it is. And you can see Phelps on the end there. Big household name FNX as well. 2 major champions within the squad. And a finalist, like you said, in the form of KNG. So lots of experience there. Bits, like we said, 1.6 legends. Like, these are all big household names, really. Cello, I guess, the only player you couldn't really give the same amount of pedigree to, but certainly a decent player in his own right. We've seen him at a few events, I think minors primarily. As we get into round number 7 here, CZ, Steagles, and the Orb of KNG. You need to see him step up if we're going to have any chance of winning this particular round. Looks like an inside execution. Got 3 smokes available to him. Rob's perfect position to lock this sort of play down as they start to probe towards main entrance, try and get that first pick.
Nothing. Back turn will get inside of A main. Stico. They get a deep smoke in there as well. Stico's going to go with him. They're actually getting a lot of map control out of that, but it's over toward B to have to worry. And with pistols, it's unsurprising that you're going to see the bomb head that direction and try and get down quickly. AWP still for KNG. I don't expect that to go down. He should stay in the upper brown halls. They're going to try and boost him for a pick. Did I see correctly? Either way, he will get to the bottom of the ramp. He wants to try and find shots. He doesn't need to go much beyond that. Fortunately, his teammate's gone so quickly. Rops is able to dispose of him almost as fast, and it goes 6-1. If they'd gotten the bomb down, the point I was trying to make is that KNG could be the babysitter. Just sit in the halls with the AWP and let his teammates try and force them into angles.
6-1. Mousesports running away with this one. NTC with a pretty lackluster approach towards inside. Robs, like we said, perfect position to really shut this one down. He is a solid set of hands and looks to find huge numbers in the first half. Double AWP set up for the first time. Sticko gets to show us what he's capable of with the AWP. Presumably AWPing towards Ivy. Looks like that's exactly where he'll be heading. No AWP for KNG here, but they have got the 5 rifles out. Train is the first map. It's a best of 3, remember. You could even lose a best of 3 and still be in the tournament. Just go down to the lower brackets. That's the beauty of an 8-team tournament. We do get to see a lot of CS. A couple of second chances. Can confirm that Liquid did close out that first map we covered in the initial sectors of this map. 16-14 to Liquid in the end, so unfortunately big. We better pick up that first map at the best of 3.
Nothing jumps off the ladder. I expect to see Jordan float quite a bit. Ooh. He's just walled above Pop Dog and hit Cello.
He has, you're right. That's a straight up dink as well. So a lot of damage inflicted. Sunny looking to convert him. Spots him, and there's the damage. You mentioned it. Nothing gets the dink. Sunny only has to hit a couple of bullets at that point. FNX does pull one back. Very handy fragger. Anyone will tell you that, but KNG wants to go help him out, but held by the flames for now. And it's now 4 versus 3. 40 seconds remaining. Remember, Rops still watching towards Ivy, so FNX still has his work cut out for him. KNG now starts to make his mark towards outside. Flames again, but he gets past him this time.
Does, and he'll fight forward the whole way in. In fact, no one's seen him at all yet, and Chris J rips him apart. I thought certainly he was good for 1, maybe even 2 kills with that position, and somehow Chris gets away with it. We've got a 7-1 score, but it's not Germany versus Brazil, mind you. Mousesports is a German-based organization, Henry, and we are 200 meters away from that arena, as I mentioned. So 7-1 in Brazil, Germany versus Brazil, Belo Horizonte. It happens again.
There we go. They could have. We do need the German side in the other team, though. That's
well, they're a German org.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, okay. I guess I didn't really consider that too much. Maybe the stipulation has to be there has to be 1 German player at least.
All right. Listen, I just really want the 7-1 to happen in this city.
Well, this is about as close as it's probably going to get. This is the front runner so far. So we'll take it. You're right. We'll see what happens here, though. Another buy available. Chris J dodging the flashbangs as the smokes are deployed. Shots missed, though. Chris J has to fall back somewhat. Gets to a safer position, and Phelps will be holding towards Olaf. 1 minute 20. And here it comes, Phelps. Surely goes down here, but might be able to get a double at this point. Just the one. Chris J does answer back quite effectively.
Quite effectively, indeed. He's going to go aggressive. That smoke, the way it's deployed, is perfectly set to spot footprints. I don't think you really spot a footprint. You spot a foot.
Yeah.
underneath of it. Doesn't manage it. Sees him jumping across, but KNG taken out by Stico. Still the crossfire in position. Stico's low. Nade thrown. Sonny's not got his gun drawn. They actually have to give up the position. They do manage the kill. So fair enough, he gets one back, but he has to give up and concede hell in doing so. Chris can still hold off all the way to back 6 through quad. Gotta be careful. He just barely spotted and does see Cello. This is going to go to 8-1. Didn't expect FNX to be in the same position. I say that with bated breath. FNX is very capable. And individually, a 1 versus 2, forget all of this new team crap. He's got the skills. He can pull this off.
He's actually quite famous for winning these kind of clutches as well, but unfortunately, his reputation precedes him as he'll be taken down by Sunny there. And it will be round number 10 coming through. Bits 1 and 7. One of the older boys, I have to say. I don't expect him to be one of the main fraggers, as he'll find himself just at 1 kill there at the bottom. Only 1 round picked up in total, as there'll be a tactical timeout called by NTC.
Not surprising at this point in time. I'm not going to say I'm disappointed. Look, they're a new team, and there is their coach, by the way. They're a new team. They're first on land. There's going to be jitters. I'm a little disappointed not to have seen some more, I guess, flurries from them. You know, like they won the pistol, but I want to see, you know, someone stepping up. I want to see KNG hitting those shots. I want to see Cello opening up the sights. FNX, same thing, winning those clutches. I don't expect them to win the game, but I want to see signs of life.
Yeah, I think that's a very fair assessment to make. And unfortunately, they're up against Mousesports for stand-in. They're getting battered right now. We'll see Train currently sat at 8-1 of NTC on the partial buy. They've obviously got maximum loss bonus. They won the pistol, remember. And since then, it's been nothing but grim scenes. P50 CZs, but as I always say, these are always the sort of rounds that seem to find life for squads like this. You change at the pace, you stop running defaults, and you take a few gambles for the CZs. It sometimes works out. Nothing there. Going for the same wall bang, this time not really inflicting any damage. So Bit now feels confident he can deploy his smoke. Same story for KNG. Outside execution, maybe a fake towards inside. The bomb's actually positioned towards inner right now. But it's going to get on the pop up by the looks of things. We'll see as they make their way outside. I tell a lie, I think the bomb's actually getting ready to go inner. Indeed it is, so this is a bit of a fake. 3 players now make their way towards inside, and the rotations have come through, but the CTs might be there in time nonetheless. There it is, drops to stop the bomb being planted. Through the smoke, it gets dropped, and now does Phelps. With CZ, he'll get 1 kill, but that's all he'll find. As the pain continues here. NTC 1 round on the board. KNG with the AWP once again. He has got 5 frags, but we'll see if we can find a few more here. Needs to start stepping up as the double AWP setup comes out once again. Remember, we've seen Rob's AWP inside before. I'm not sure if yours casting with you, but I think it was I can't remember, but it was one event. I got too many. Where he AWP'd the entire CT half inside bomb site. It was actually really, really good. I was casting with Harry. I think it was Sydney. That's where I think it happened.
Sydney, Australia. Well, this is, of course, NTC's pick.
That's not good news.
That's not good news, because we go to Mirage next, and we know that...
Mousesports home turf.
Yeah, Mousesports are very good. They have Chris J on catwalk, but they don't have Oscar in the window. Just keep that in mind. KNG does open up, finally, with an AWP, a first pick for NTC to work with. Smoke down Sticko. He'll see that AWP sitting and roasting inside of the flames. But nothing, again, is going to push A main. Sunny to support, bait and switch. Bait and switch. Sticko. Oh, if he fired it now. Would have a lineup. He gets the first one on Phelps all too easily. Bit goes out. Sunny was waiting for it. Sticko's going to go back with a flash. This is just easy from Mousesports. Clinical. Catching them off with basic execution, basic utility. And NTC just walking into a slaughter time and time again. They're not assertive enough, it almost seems, after they get the opening pick.
Well, that wasn't the round I expected. The opening pick from KNG, I thought, well, that's it. That's going to be the first round, or the second round. I should say the first gun round would be more accurate. But as soon as they got the opening pick, it all just collapsed once again. Every frag going in favor of Mousesports. We're going to follow Nothing's performance so far. He's not blowing them out of the server right now. He's on 4 kills, 6 deaths, but they are winning 10-1, so you can't really judge him too critically. He's obviously not played in a tournament like this in a very long time. As we'll have another buy here, just riding the coattails of the loss bonus at this point. NTC with Galil and FNX with no utility whatsoever and almost no health now, down to 30 points. Round 12, and really the game I was excited to cast. As I remember in the green room just before we came in, I thought this could be a good game. Let's see all the maps, considering the context of NTC trying to prove themselves, a young, hungry team. Mousesports for stand-in. Could see all the fireworks go off here, but so far anything but. This could be a 14-1 half at this point, but it looks like with the good positioning, maybe they can get around here. Great shot by Phelps to quickly answer back. Nothing towards main entrance, and he won't get the kill, but Rob certainly will. Takes down KNG and Sticko towards the Ivy position now.
Sticko swings in, and Cello gets taken down. 19 HP for Sticko, but FNX left in another 1 versus 4. 31 HP. Bomb, AK, no utility. And absolutely destroyed by Nothing. Good game for Nothing to have as his first game in the tournament with Mousesports. Hard part is you're not having to work or really struggle for the communication. It's confidence-inducing, but it's certainly not challenging in that they can work on strategy together. Sticko holding an Ivy has been pretty impressive.
Well, like we normally say, loss bonus will only get you so far already. You get $3,400 per round, but you're not planting. They've only got the bomb down. Have they got it down at all? I don't think they had the bomb planted once.
They may have on the pistol, but they won it anyway with kills.
Yeah, they did, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think they won kills while planting, so they have literally not put the bomb down. That really is a bad sign. That could have been bad for Mousesports, with Chris J finding the kills in return. Great shots by him. Bomb should be planted here. I can see them on the site at least. Come on. There it is. First bomb plant. We're off to the races.
Something to work with. Ooh, Chris. Clip that toenail. Take Cello down. I don't want to get back toward hell, but once bitten, Sticko removed. As he gets the shot back with the CZ75, Sonny does manage to take down KNG, and Chris will cover off on Bit. So again, it goes the way of Mousesports, but finally a bomb plant. N0THING means has no way, apparently. And
has no way.
They have no way of winning this game, Henry.
Has
oh, let the meme start. Roast it.
Has no way. I didn't know that. I thought it'd be something clever.
It's something like, I think that's a direct translation on Google. That's probably not. I think it's like, there is no way, or there's like
that's
no
probably,
chance type of thing.
More Google Translate not going to bode too well for us, but NTC needed last 2 rounds. I think you're all aware of that. I would say they might be able to get one of them, but that won't be enough. Let's see if they can win this particular round. Chris J doesn't want to give them anything. They go for the outside rush. They can still recover this round though, but Nothing. Looking to spray a few down. Finds FNX, a big scalp to take. One of the key fraggers of this squad, and Nothing might get a double kill here. Lovely work by him. 5 versus 2 now, but Cello is fighting back. He's on the bomb side, but not for long. Nothing just removes him. It's a great round by him. Young Jordan getting it done. 13-1. Good lord. Last round of the first half.
Yeah, and if this continues to go this way, then both Brazilian teams would start off with series losses.
In the lower brackets.
In the lower brackets, that would be rather
SK, I'm sure, can recover it. But maybe, to be fair, it's the first map we've seen of NTC.
True, and maybe they can recover it.
This kind of tournament before. And we've seen plenty of teams go down 16-1 in their first opening map of a tournament, and then sometimes go on to win it. So it has happened before.
Stranger things have happened.
I think that's SK I'm referencing, right? They lost the first map, 16-1 against Fnatic.
Was it Fnatic?
Yeah.
And then they came back. No, that happened against Tyloo as well at Starladder.
Was that right?
They lost 16-1, then they forced overtime on map 2, and then won 16-4 in the third map.
No, well, there you go. That is right. No, it wasn't Tyloo. That was...
Oh, you're right. It was Vici.
Vici.
It was one of those teams. We mentioned 3. Just take your pick. Yeah, it was Vici. That's right, Flash. Good shot. Speaking of Flash, there was none. KNG in a Flash takes down Nothing.
Need the 13-2, boys. Come on. 4 versus 4 now. 14-1 is just the death sentence. Where is he? Oh, what do you look at it?
Sometimes you just have to.
Go back and look at it.
Sonny waits below. They'll know. They'll be waiting with time. They're getting inside of the site fast enough that it may not matter, though, because by the time he gets in that position, they might be anticipating a flank from even just that pop dog. Good find. KNG. Cello reads on Rops. That flank isn't even going to transpire. They've gone back toward the outer site, and Chris J and Sticko will realize they have to go for this. It's round 15. But what can they achieve?
Not much, but Chris J, okay, he does hit the first shot. I didn't think this would even be slightly possible. Good grenade as well, could be converted by Chris. Can't find the alley-oop. Sticko, though, finding kills now. It's a 2 versus 2. They drop this round. It'd be an absolute disaster. 1 versus 1 could happen. Chris J goes down, has got a flashbang. He just full defusing it.
He is.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, that was actually quite smart. FNX was brave to go challenge that against the AWP. 13-2 does come through, but I'm not sure that's even enough. You don't even have a buffer now to win the pistol, or lose a pistol, I should say. You have to win the pistol. So match pause. I'm sure NTC will take the maximum time allowed, which is usually 2 minutes at half-time. But the boys, nothing looking quite comfortable. He finishes with 8 kills. Sure, he's at the bottom, but he had 1 very good round at number 14. And this was a pistol victory, remember? So the bomb was planted in pistol. I take that back. I said they hadn't got a plant down until late in the round. They did get the bomb down in pistol, but then won with the frags. I guess the GUI should be a little bit clearer when we have that on screen, like whether the bomb was planted, money gathered in that round.
Sure.
We could definitely do more with the scoreboard in CS.
There's lots more. I always say when you hover over, it should give you the order of kills too. Like have a 1, so you know who had the opening pick, and if, if they have 1 and 2, then they had 5 versus 3 that they lost. There's lots you could do. Just peeking in Apoka, I hope I'm saying that right. I guess it's Apoka because it's for, or sorry, Apoka because it's short for Apocalypse.
Coach
is the coach of NTC.
What is his history?
Former 1.6 player, and has coached Luminosity, and I think that's it. If you go all the way back to, ooh, good shot, 2006, he was part of Made in Brazil for a period of time, apparently. Or sorry, he's part of G3X.
Okay.
He played against Made in Brazil. That said, it's Bit. They won the first pistol round. Who's got to stand tall on top of the train? He's got a shot on a Chris J. Falls off inside of the smoke. And Phelps is trying to figure out where they've gone toward the backtracks. Sonny gets to hell. Phelps has the bomb down. Good find as he looked back and caught Sticko in quad.
They could be winning both pistols here and still be down 13-3. That is a bit of a nightmare, but still, they had to win this pistol. Looks like it'll be working out for them. Sonny left in the 3 versus 1. CT's had a trade. No reason why they can't pull this back to at least more competitive scoreline.
KNG closing it out, so they get both pistols.
They do. And still a huge deficit against them, but that was the must win. And they did it. So well played. It will be round 17 here, and presumably force buy from Mousesports. They're not going to invest too much, actually. No bomb planted, remember, so most teams would force buy here. Chris J goes in first with the Galil purchase. I think he's been dropped that by Sticko, considering he's got PT50, no armor. And he has indeed spent all his cash. So they're putting all their eggs in the Chris J basket. See whether he can be loud and proud here. Cello making his way towards Pop Dog with the UMP. Can't afford to give these rounds up. They did in the first half. They won the pistol, then lost round number 2.
Cello just holding underneath of the ladder, hoping that they'll jump down on top of him. They are flirting with the idea of baiting out some shots, getting some information, and Rops has done that. Oh, I would have loved to have seen that. He jumped across about 3 times and then just took his head clean off, it seems. With the CZ75, it's Phelps and Bit, and once again, they're going to win the pistol and potentially lose the ensuing anti-eco. Bit's got other ideas, so too does Phelps. They'll pull it back to a 3 versus 2. Look at the HP on all 5 players.
Yeah, it's still possible to win this one. Sonny knows it as well. He gives up that frag. It could all fall apart, but Robs now intelligently makes his way towards the backtracks. But Phelps being so silent, this still could fall apart. Robs, will he spot him at range? That's all we need to know. Does he go for the kill, though? Definitely does. Pulls it off. It's actually Sticko that gets the final killing blow that.
Oh, wow. Okay, clothesline. Those guys are going to be so annoyed. Both Phelps and Bit thinking that they were secure in their positions, getting caught off by random stranglers. And this is a 14-3 game. Both pistols have been won by NTC, and they have 3 rounds.
There we go. We'll get into 14-3 situation. Pendulum swings against NTC once again. Winning the pistol, both pistols, and you're down 14-3. Not really much of the analysts to digest at that point, because there's not really much data them winning rounds to know their play style and what works out for them, who are the big names, because the only rounds they've won have been with those pistols. And this is a clean sweep for Sonny. He's got 3 frags so far. It's going to be map point. And with a reset, that really is not ideal.
This is big. Nothing, just sneaks in behind him. He's looking, thinking, yeah, they're going to jump over. It does seem bit of desperation at times. They aren't set and ready as of yet. Bit's the in-game leader, by the way, so he's the, if you want to be, I know you said played with you in CGS, which was the pinnacle of all Counter-Strike in the history of the world.
In many ways, it defined what Counter-Strike is and what are the problems with it and what you should avoid.
Sometimes it's important to learn those the hard way.
Yeah.
But in terms of CSGO and this lineup, he is the least experienced.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense in terms of like all the other names here have played. I think we cast each other a few minors.
They've all been in North America for a period of time.
Yeah, and Phelps played with SK, so did FNX. I think KNG was Immortals, obviously got to the major final with them. But this is just such a small sample size of what they're good at. We can't really begin to really get into that sort of conversation because this is like a 16-3. They've won both pistols. So I haven't really got much to know if they're a set-piece based team. Like this got completely run over here by Mousesports, who have got a player who doesn't actually play competitively anymore as a stand-in.
All right, listen, you're making it sound really bad. Just don't kick them while they're down. Put a fork in it.
I'm just saying.
I get the point you're making. Not to
It's the first map of best of 3, though. Like, regardless, win or lose, doesn't matter what the scoreline is. They've got another map to come up, but this was their pick. I mean, you do move on to Mirage next, but either way, 16-3 guaranteed at this point. Phelps won't be able to win this round. And let's see if he can get any frags from it. I don't think that will be possible either. Got no kit, no nades. UMP can't even defuse a bomb at this point.
So 16-3 is the way that it ends, with both pistols going to NTC. Vulnerability for Mousesports, perhaps, if any other opponent was up against them, but NTC not looking super poised as of yet as a team, and a little bit disappointing, I have to say. It's so excited and waiting so long to see these guys back on land, and we didn't get much from them in the first affair.
Well, there we go. Missing the double AWP of Oskar still. Chris J looked very strong indeed. He managed to get 17 kills at the tippity top, though, was Sunny with 24. Nothing started off quite. We got to double digits in the end. He had one very impactful round in round number 14, but didn't really have to break a sweat. Like we said, both pistols against him is still 16-3. NTC have got a lot of work to do if they're